Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today, to keep in the theme of Valentine's Day, since it is still February, I am going to be making a ranking video, tier list of every single Disney couple. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Alright, so this is the tier list I have found. I believe it has all, if not at least almost all, Disney couples. I can see some sequel ones as well. And the tiers are going to be, well, my number one, Faith goes in the top, then very good, good, neutral, which will probably hold ones I don't know or don't remember, bad, and trash can. So, let's start. Alright, Anna and Kristoff. I like Kristoff, I don't like Anna. So, I think I want to put it in, at the very least I want to put it in good, because I do like Kristoff, but honestly, them as a couple, like, I dislike them together more when I take her into account, because I don't really like her, so it kind of takes away any likability, so I'm going to just put in neutral. And besides, I've seen people be like, why did Hans have to be a twisted villain? Like, Anna should have been with Hans. And the guy who literally sells ice for a living should have been with the Ice Queen. Like, I've seen people be like, it would make more sense if Kristoff and Elsa were together and Hans was never a twisted villain and ended up with Anna. Like, and I have to say, I don't fully disagree. I don't really disagree with that. That actually makes sense. But let's just move on. Alright, we got Captain Amelia and I remember you. I think I know Dr. Doppler, right? Doppler, Treasure Planet, Delbert Doppler. Yeah, he's voiced by the guy that played Niles in the Frasier TV show. Niles, my favorite character in that show, by the way. Yeah, these guys are cool. I guess. I mean, they're nice together. I'll put them in good. I like Treasure Planet. That's a good movie. Alright, you. I have seen Mulan 2 at least 3 times when I was little before I realized just how terrible of a movie it is. But I don't remember much about the princesses and those 3 guys' relationships, because I know the other 2 are on here, but so all of them will be going in neutral. Phoebus and Esmeralda. Okay, I really like these 2. They are so adorable together, and honestly, they kind of have enemies to lovers, sort of, because they. Or at least, or at the very least, I say sort of, because technically enemies to lovers is when neither of them like each other, and then they learn to like each other or whatever, and or not learn to, but come to, but he never disliked her, he was into her immediately, so that's why I say sort of, but it's nice to see them grow together in that movie, and honestly, I like these 2 so much I don't feel bad for Quasimodo. I don't even like Quasimodo, actually. He's always scared me. Alright, you 2. I've never seen the Goofy movies. I know, I should, but we're gonna have to put you 2 in neutral, because I barely know anything about you 2. Alright, Roger and Anita. I like Roger, I like Anita. I like Roger more. So, as a couple, I honestly, I think they the vibes together are, really, really, really nice, he's, kind of, more, he's, the more, outgoing one, and she's definitely kind of quieter, and they can just fit well together, so I'll put them in good. Alright, Hercules and Megara. Okay, their story is actually, really, really nice, And, I have to say, when it comes to Meg, I do kinda see, her story and, sort of personally, in a way, but And they're really cute together, you know. He's like socially awkward, she's, well, really sassy and whatnot. So like I think, yeah, very good. You know, I like them just about as much as I like Phoebus and Esmeralda, and for slightly similar reasons, you know. Like they're just like so nice together. Alright, you two. I have seen The Rescuers before, but I hardly remember these two. So I can't put them any higher than neutral because I hardly remember anything about their relationship. Alright, Aladdin and Jasmine. Well, you know, if he had continued to lie to her for literally the entire movie, I probably wouldn't put them as high as I'm about to put them. But, you know, Aladdin, like, these two, oh my gosh, like, you know, like, it's really sweet, too, because like, she doesn't want to be, like, married off or anything, even though she's, like, the princess. I guess that's what was expected of Jasmine. And then, like, at first she doesn't even like Aladdin. But then they grow to like each other, and, like, he actually gives her something that she's never really gotten before, which is to see the world, because, you know, the magic carpet ride and stuff. Like, it's just so, it is very sweet. And why am I just starting to feel jealous of these cartoon characters? I don't, as you know, if you guys saw my Valentine's Day special, then you know I'm not the biggest fan of Valentine's Day. Because I associate it as a romantic holiday, so like couples, you know, romance, and I don't have that currently. So yeah, okay, another one of these guys from Mulan 2. I'm gonna have to put you in neutral because I don't remember that movie, and I have no interest in watching it again unless I were to make a video about the Disney sequels, I guess. Alright, Tarzan and Jane. Alright. I like these two. I wouldn't put them, although I wouldn't put them as high as these three couples. I do like Tarzan and Jane. I think, you know, it's really nice how, like, you know, they were able to show each other their worlds, you know, like, she was able to show him, actual human civilization, and, like, he was able to show her, like, the natural world, because that's what her interests lie in, is nature, gorillas, birds, whatever. So I think that's, like, really nice, but I don't get the same, like, kind of feelings to the same, like, large extent as with these three, so I can't put them any higher than good for me personally, because they don't give me the little feelings, you know, like, you know, those feelings where, like, two characters you really like finally get together or whatever. Like, I don't really get those feelings. Oh yeah, I also look at Hercules and Meg. I totally forgot she did actually technically die at the end until being resurrected because he saved her, and that's actually, like, so that's a heroic, honestly. I love that. Alright, you two. I will have to put Fix-It Felix and Calhoun, I believe is her name. I do have to put them in good. I think that, you know, their personalities are so different, like, that you just gotta like it, especially like I haven't seen the first Wreck-It Ralph movie in forever, but I will tell you guys, I remember a lot of the scenes they spent together, because obviously they worked together to find the cyber bug thing that got loose in Sugar Rush. And, like, they're just, like, so different, like, and stuff. Like, it's just sweet. And also with her backstory and her being able to, like, open up, similar to Meg, actually. Like, being after, like, tragedy or whatever, like, they're able to open up to, like, someone new. It's just, like, really sweet. And, okay, John Smith and Pocahontas. Okay, ignoring that this movie is technically just glorified fan fiction, considering in real life Pocahontas was, like, 7 years old when they first met, which, I mean, could you imagine if this movie was, like, actually a 7-year-old and this was, like, a grown man? That would be absolutely disgusting. ignoring that, thinking of it, it was really just glorified fan fiction, but like seeing it as a movie and them as just movie characters, I do really like them. I do really like them. Now, I've seen people say Pocahontas doesn't have that much personality, but I feel like she has just enough that makes watching these two and like trying to fight the be actually get their peoples to get along, so that there won't be fighting, and also that they can be together. Like it's just really sweet. Like that scene where they're like at the willow tree and like they have their like I guess it was the like first kiss or whatever, which is when Kocoum and Thomas, I believe, show up. Kocoum dies like right after this, like literally right before the sad parts. Like yeah, these guys are they're sweet. And I'm also noticing, looking at the pictures below, I don't think they have her and John Rolfe. But, I mean, we do typically Pocahontas here anyway, so, like, yeah, we don't have that one, I don't see them. But let's just keep going. Alright. Thomas, O'Malley, and Duchess. I haven't seen Aristocats in years, actually. I mean, it is actually one of my mom's favorites. I don't remember them too much. I can't put them any higher than neutral. I'd have to put them no higher than neutral because I don't remember them well enough. I remember their characters well enough. Like, I remember the characters very well, but I don't remember their relationship. And also, considering it's one of the earlier movies, there probably wasn't much, too much development to it. Not that it makes the older movies bad, that things didn't get as much attention. Like, either way, let's be honest, it would still be better than anything one Disney's live actions could do. Let's be honest, they make a live action of Aristocats, which I think they are. I am going to riot, and I think my mom will too. Alright, Ariel and Eric. Oh my god, I gotta put them up in very good. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love Ariel and Eric so much. I've seen people say that, like, oh, he doesn't really have a personality or whatever, and she's like a spoiled brat or whatever, but like, oh, she left her family and stuff just for a man. Well, actually, she wanted to be out of the ocean before she knew about Eric. Eric was just kind of a side thing, and even then, she was willing she was willing to go try and meet up with him again as a mermaid. Did we forget that? But yeah, and then like she has interest in the human world stuff, and he's able to show her that. And then like Eric likes the ocean, she would be able to show him that, and it's just really nice. I think I feel like me basically repeating the same thing for so many of the higher tiered couples here, like, cause like you guys obviously are seeing a pattern in the kind of couples I'm liking, right? But alright, you guys, Milo and Kita, I believe, right? Yeah, Milo and Kita. I still haven't seen that movie. I have to put in neutral. I still haven't seen that movie, so I have nothing really to say about them. I hear that they're a really cute couple, but I don't have much to say, having not seen it. Alright, you two. I like Tales of Time song and like the ballroom scene a lot, don't get me wrong, but I just back in my Disney Prince ranking video, I believe I actually put him in the bad tier, so these guys are gonna have to go in the bad tier. I don't like it. I know technically it isn't actually Stockholm Syndrome, or because if it was, then when he set her free, she would try to come up with an excuse to actually stay instead of going to save her father, if it actually was Stockholm Syndrome. But there's still so many strong vibes that are just like with it, like that I just no. He's gotten more than a second chance throughout this movie, let's be honest. If I were her, I would have left forever. And not told Gaston about it. I would not have told Gaston. So let's keep going. Alright, one of you two again from Milan too. Well, like I said, all these guys are going to neutral, so. Alright. Tiana and Naveen. I like Naveen. I don't like Tiana. I want to put them in a higher tier because of him being able to make her be a little bit less of an workaholic. She's not an alcoholic. No, scratch that, reverse it. Workaholic. I don't like workaholics. Anybody who puts all their time and effort into a job, no. Like, learn to take a break, woman. Tiana, obviously I am directing that to Tiana, not you guys, honestly. Either way, though, like, I feel like the last time I saw a workaholic character that I didn't find annoying, it was, like, Rumi, but even then, I didn't even view it as much as a workaholic thing, because it wasn't like she was just a pop star, like, she was literally saving the world, whereas Tiana, girl, you're just trying to open a restaurant. Stop acting like you're trying to save the world or stuff. Something. At least, like, Rumi's attachment to her job was actually benefiting the world, whereas you were just making me want to claw my own eyes out in annoyance. So I have to put them in. After all that, I have to put them in bad purely because of her. I prefer him, but he didn't even make him beginning with her didn't even make me like her. Unlike the couples in the Friends TV show. I'm telling you, I did not like Monica and Rachel for like so many seasons, but then like and I'm focusing on Monica here, like, but I didn't like Monica at all in Friends until Chandler got with her, and then he brought like this like calmness, calm down, like she's actually kind of a workaholic, and oh my gosh, she has the same job as Tiana typically. Oh gosh. Well, Naveen couldn't do what Chandler Bing did, so bad tier. Alright, Pongo and Perdita. I vaguely remember them. I feel like being one of the early movies, there wasn't as much to their relationship per se, but I'll put them in the good tier because, they do have some very sweet moments. I like them enough. I remember them more than these two, at least. Alright. Ilanwi and Taryn. Alright, I haven't seen Black Cauldron in like a year. I'd have to say did they even actually wait, no, they had a relationship sort of. They did have like some romantic chemistry. And technically speaking, they did kiss at the end when Gurji kind of smacked their faces together, if you count that as a kiss. But I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I do remember their romantic chemistry. I'll put them in good. They're cute together, I mean, they're like 12 years old or whatever, but you know what? It's cute. I think 12 is the age when you can actually start dating. Any younger than 12, and I'm giving you the concerned eyebrow look, honestly, if I could actually move my eyebrows very well, like I move them together or not at all, like I can't like without putting my finger up, but anyway, alright, we got Robin Hood and Maid Marian. Oh my gosh, I actually remember these two. Oh, they're so cute, I have to put them in good. Oh, they're so cute, there isn't too much complexity in their relationship compared to like other Disney movies, but they are really cute in their scenes together. And like, oh my god, the way like me Marian will gush to her little like chicken friend, hen friend, whatever. Oh my god, yes. Alright, Philip and Aurora. Okay, these guys actually are very, very sweet. And I know most people obviously go straight to he fought Maleficent in dragon form. Like, Maleficent was a dragon. At that point, to go save her. But, like, when you think about it, like, when he didn't know that she was a war and thought that she was just some random peasant in the woods, like, man, he fell for her so hard that he was like, I don't need to listen to my dad and marry the princess that I'm betrothed to, even though she did end up being that princess, which, hey, convenient for everybody, right? Convenient for everyone. I have to say, like, it is cute that, like, he was willing to, like, basically, I guess, like, turn away from his prince throne in a way, because who knows how his dad would have reacted if she really was an actual, like, a peasant girl instead of the princess that he was betrothed to anyway. But I honestly, like, I don't watch Sleeping Beauty as often as some of these other top ones, but I liked these two so much I have to put them in very good. Alright, YouTube. I've never seen The Hunchback's and The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. I've never seen the sequel, and I would never see the sequel unless I were to make a video about Disney sequels. So I'm putting them in neutral because I haven't actually seen the movie, so I can't really say whether or not they'd make me want to or like happy or mad or whatever. Like, I have to say, yeah, I've heard so many horrible things about this sequel, same as Mulan 2, that, like, do I want to watch it again? Like, do I want to actually ever watch this movie? Do I ever want to watch Mulan 2 again? I don't know. But this leads us to Flynn Rider and Rapunzel, and if you saw my Disney Princess or Prince video, you shouldn't be surprised that my top favorite princess and my top favorite prince are going in my favorite Disney couple tier together. Do I even need to go over why I like Flynn Rider and Rapunzel so much? Like, oh my god, they're so cute, they're so cute. Do I even need to go over, like, come on, guys, like, do I really need to, like, if you guys saw my Prince and Princess video, you already know how much I like these two as individuals. Do I really need to go over why them together would make me put them up there? Alright, Anna and Hans. Well, if it wasn't for the trashy, and yes, I say trashy, actually, Tangle's better than the Frozen. I feel like a lot of us have come to this realization. Okay, maybe the Frozen music can be considered better than the Tangle music, but let's be honest, Hans ruined a lot of that movie, which means this relationship, I mean, actually, I'm not gonna lie, she looks scared here, like, not, like, oh my god, a hot redhead dude's talking to me. Like, no, she looks like she's like, oh my gosh, it's like a serial killer staring into my soul right now. I will have to put them in bad just because he's that, and not even because, like, they're bad as a couple. It's just because their relationship got so confusing because he's such a trashy twist villain that I will put them in bad with these two and these two. Alright, Nani and David. Alright. Well, I think it's absolutely adorable how David's always there for Nani and Lilo. Like, you know, he's always there for the sisters, and even though he clearly wants to take her out on a date, she's always busy with part-time jobs or Lilo, so it's like, you know, like, he's just, like, he's so helpful and stuff. Okay, I'm just looking at the animation style, and I just notice how big their noses are. I mean, this isn't, like, I don't know, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm just gonna put them in good, because I do remember them being sweet. I have seen every single Lilo and Stitch sequel, by the way, 2, 3, and 4. So I have seen a lot of these two, and I have seen part of the TV series, but not all, so believe me, they deserve the good tier. Cinderella and Prince Charming. Alright, I'm gonna have to put them in neutral because there's nothing I dislike about these two, but there's really nothing going for them, considering this is literally the second Disney princess movie ever, like, so meaning second couple ever for, like, Disney princess movies. Like, there really wasn't too much development, even less so than, like, these two. Like, so, like, I can't put them any higher. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with their, you know, with their relationship, but there's nothing, like, too, like, good either for me. Like, there's nothing that, like, makes me be like, oh, I mean, I will say, although I don't like the Cinderella movie, I will say the scene where she is like, oh, like after Lady Tremaine had like tripped the one dude who was trying to carry the slipper over, and like Cinderella's like, oh, but I have the other slipper, like she has the other slipper. I will say that scene does give me chills. I don't know if it's the music. I think it's the music. It does give me like chills, not like scared chills, like oh my gosh, this movie is technically a masterpiece even if I don't like it kind of chills. So like, and technically speaking, that ties into them as a couple even if he himself like isn't actually present for that scene. So yeah. All right, Lady and Tramp. The Tramp. He technically doesn't have a name because I'm telling you, if you ever name your dog Tramp and it isn't because of this guy, like if you know nothing about Lady and Tramp and you just happen to name your dog Tramp, I think I don't know. I think you need help. Because unless you're naming it after this guy, then like what's wrong with you? We all know what tramp actually means, but all right, Lady and the Tramp. All right, I think we will put you guys in good. I like Lady and the Tramp. I think this might be my mom's favorite movie, but so I don't like it nearly as much as she does. But I will say that I do think these two are cute, and they come from such different like backgrounds. Obviously, him being a street dog, and she actually growing up in an actual household, and him actually joining her family. I think that's like so sweet. All right. I've never seen the Brother Bear movie, so I can't really say for these guys. I don't even know if the sequel's actually good, but I am. Although looking at them, I'm giving the same vibes as this one, as in she likes furries. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, I'm mostly kidding. But like honestly, I just in general, like I would never look at like just like with the bees, like I would never look at a bear and be like, oh yeah, wow, I wanna, like I can't really say what I want to say because of the YouTube, but I mean y'all know what I want to say, right? like when I say like what she probably wants to do to that bear, because I know but like I said, I've never actually seen the movie, so maybe there's something different about them, but let's see. Mulan and Li Shang, alright. Right, the guy that people for some reason thinks is bi, even though he's straight. It makes me think of Byler from Stranger Things. Oh my god, I remember like with the Byler thing, like in season 5, and like Will and Mike didn't end up together. This is gonna tangent, by the way. This isn't Disney at all. Like Will and Mike didn't end up together, and people who shipped by, like full on shipped by, they got into such a freaking psychosis that they genuinely thought that the Duffer Brothers had some secret episode where Mike and Will were gonna hook up or something. Like, oh my gosh, like, does it need to be said, like, in the case, I know this is a huge tangent, but does it need to be said that just like how you can't turn your gay son straight, you can't turn your straight son gay? Basically meaning, Mike straight, get over it. Like, getting that attached to a fictional couple. Like, to me, getting that attached to a fictional couple is actually kind of insane. Like, you don't see me... Like, y'all know that, like, okay, y'all know that I absolutely hate 11, but y'all don't see me, like, making a video being, like, going off and, like, totally insane. Like, so what if I said burn hell, bitch? Like, at least I'm not claiming there's some secret episode. Alright, let's just get back on track. Mulan and Shang, alright. You guys are nice and all. I can't put you any higher than good, though, because, technically speaking, no romantic anything showed up till, like, near the end when he learned that she was a girl. Like, literally, it was just, like, I saw it as, like, a more, like, brother-sibling-like thing up until he realized, oh my god, wait, you're a girl. And I mean, come on, any soldier that realizes they've been around a girl the whole time, being, thinking they were stuck around men the whole time, like, realize, oh my god, you're actually a really pretty girl, like, you just know they're gonna, Alright, these two. Alright, I remember these two. I don't remember her name. I remember your name. I don't remember how to pronounce it though. I could spell it in my head though. Empress New Groove though. You're from Empress New Groove. You guys are nice. I'll put you in good. You're a nice couple. Pretty, I believe she's actually Disney's first and maybe only ever, like, featured pregnant woman. So, there's that. So, I mean, an animation too. I mean, like, an animation too. There might be live action pregnant women. Like, but whatever. Yep, you too. So, they're nice. Kovu and Kiara. Oh my gosh, I love Kovu and Kiara. I love Kovu and Kiara. They're so sweet together. Look at them. They're so sweet together. So what if, like, they're cousins? So what if they're actually cousins? They're cute together, okay? Alright, you two. I'm only putting you in neutral. And I'm mostly just putting you in neutral because I know that the reason why he didn't show up more is because the animator struggled drawing a man. And therefore, they were going to add a lot more. Like, I believe, yeah, like, these two were going to be, like, they had known each other since childhood or something. There was going to be, like, an intro that showed them as friends in early childhood and stuff. But because they struggled drawing him, like animating him so much, that they just cut so many scenes. He was gonna show up a whole lot more, and that's mainly why you're going in neutral. Alright, Stitch and Angel. Wow, I actually knew her name. I know I said I've seen all Lilo and Stitch sequels. I am part of the TV show, but I don't remember anything about their relationship specifically. So I have to put them in neutral. Alright, Bambi and Feline, I believe is her name. They're cute, but there's nothing particularly standout about their relationship from what I remember in Bambi, so I will have to put them in neutral. Like, it's pretty chill, it's just like deer. Mating season, whatever. Like, literally it happens in, like, a scene as all our guy main characters are walking together now, full grown, and literally Flower and, Thumper both, like, just happen to come across women, like, in their own species, like, and they kind of, like, stray away from the group with that, and then he comes all across her, like, it's just mating season in the forest, I guess. Alright, Anastasia and Baker Boy. I don't remember if he had a name. Anastasia and Baker Boy. I will say you guys are cute, I saw Cinderella 2 maybe twice when I was little, and never again unless I happen to make a video about the Disney sequels. But I remember this probably being the best story in Cinderella 2, and oh my god, they're so cute. They are really cute together, I will say. Like, Anastasia clearly is not as bitchy as her sister Gisela, and this leads us to our final one. Simba and Nala. Well, I have to put them up in very good. I mean, Lion King is a classic. These aren't a class. Oh wait, not favorite. Sorry, too high. No. This belongs to one couple. The best. My personal favorite. Like, yeah, obviously these guys are gonna be with these two. Like, do I even have to explain? Like, I mean, and, like, yeah, is it kind of, like, weird, like, weirdly convenient that even though they're betrothed and were opposed to that, like, they at least were, they just happened to actually fall in love for reals as in adulthood? Is it kind of weird that just happened to happen? Sure, and are you gonna point to be like, well, you didn't seem it was weird with, like, these two? Well, may I remind you that these two were very well aware of who each other were when they were falling in love, whereas these two had no clue who each other were. They didn't realize that they actually are betrothed. So there is that difference, but overall, like, I can't put them any lower or higher than this. So that is my tier list for Disney animated couples. Yes, this is animated couples. Maybe I'll live action couple one sometime, maybe. because I'm telling you, I could do one with all the remake couples, like literally all these characters, but like most of these characters, but with the remake versions, and you will be seeing an entirely different list because of how different they made all the characters. But overall, this is my tier list, and yeah. Alright, so that was my ranking of the animated Disney couples, and I know I went on some tangents there, like I went on a tangent about Byler from Stranger Things, but I will stand on my opinion there that it was actually insane that, like, people genuinely thought that that was gonna happen, to the point they thought there was a secret episode. Like, I will say that that is just insane. Look, I have very strong opinions on a lot of things, but I've never done something like that, okay? Like, I'm not kidding. I saw an Instagram reel this morning. Like, literally this morning I saw an Instagram reel of some girl, like, with her sketchbook being like, after a month of, like, after this, like, mental anguish I have felt over Byler not happening, that, like, I finally, in my sketchbook, am drawing Byler. Like, literally, I saw that, and I was just, like, I was cringing and having secondhand embarrassment for this poor girl. Like, oh my god, actually, I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably making the wrong choice to say she, because I have noticed a group that tends to believe Byler was actually real is the woker side of LGBT, like, but I'm not gonna get into that. Besides, that tangent only came about because I find it weird that people genuinely thought that Li Shang from Mulan was bi, even though he clearly had no romantic feelings towards Mulan until he realized that she was a really hot girl instead of just some weird little twerp guy, whatever, named Pink. So that's just my controversial opinions of the day, I guess. Like, obviously, these videos in particular, my ranking videos, there's definitely controversial stuff I say, and I believe that's led to people not being able to watch anymore because, well, obviously ranking videos are obviously based off of opinions, so, I mean, unless you're prepared to see some disagreements and things, then why are you watching anyway? But I will admit that me going off on that tangent about Byler was kind of weird for this video in particular, since it's about Disney couples. But anyways, if you did actually like this video and can ignore any, like, differences in opinion, because I know I have very strong opinions. It's actually hard to change my opinions, but if you did like it, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below. I have my socials and my bio, a link to my Instagram and my Discord account. And around 50 subs, when I get 50 subscribers, I want to open up a Discord server for everyone. Won't that be fun? So that would be, that will happen when I get to 50 subscribers. Right now, somewhere between, like, well, as I record this, it's 19, but by the time this comes out, that number could go up, hence why I struggle with being like, is that this? Because, like, by the time this comes out, that number could have increased or decreased, you never know. But anyways, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye now.